Well, everybody's been asking for some music. I kept putting it off because I had a real problem occur about 2 years ago. Got hold of some bad bottled water. It apparently had something like acetone in it. It was a well-known brand of water out of North Carolina. Boy, and are they some real folks. They wouldn't even test the water, couldn't get anybody to test it. But I drank 8 bottles of that stuff during the day. I was out hauling hay and had the diesel truck running all day and diesel tractors running all day. And I didn't notice the water was cold, and it was so hot. Well, I got home, laid down on the couch, and had about a half a bottle of water. I took the cap off. And oh, the smell of it, just like paint thinner or acetone. And it paralyzed my upper lip, paralyzed the tip of my tongue. I couldn't talk plain. Everybody thought I'd had a stroke, which it might have caused one, I don't know. But it affected my music so bad that I was going to put out a video 2 years ago, but my hand gets tremors in it and shakes like that. If I put it down on the rest, if I got it like this, it don't do as bad. But it's so frustrating. But I've managed to get where I can do a little bit of picking. Some days it's just as smooth as it can be. Other days it's rough. But and my favorite tune, which more or less my theme song everywhere I was, is the Westphalia Waltz. And I could always play it smooth, but it's really rough with this tremors. It's frustrating, but I'll eventually get better. It's a whole lot better than it was. having to concentrate on making my right hand work, it gets a little tough trying to split your brain. That's woman's work to do two things at once. Oh, and I was so good, and just, you don't know what a letdown that is to lose such talent you had, that you could play anything, anytime. Whatever somebody else was playing, would jump right in and learn right along with it, you know, and never miss a lick. But to look at what happened 2 years ago and how I am now, hey, I'm 10 times better. It was so frustrating. And on guitar, I was having to bar chords with one finger on 3 strings. But I'll overcome it. I knew a guy one time that learned to play guitar with his feet because he got run over by a boat and got all the ligaments cut in his arm. He learned to play with his feet. He didn't have any alternative. He couldn't use his fingers anymore. Hey, Putty Cat. Oh, and this is Little Socks. Such a sweet little kitty. Yeah, ain't you a good one? This one is all over me all the time when I'm out here. Well, but anyway, that was during the COVID stuff when that happened, and I couldn't get the health department to do anything to find out what was in it, and couldn't get a lawyer to do anything about it. I called the company first. Oh yeah, send us some bottles to test. Well, I sent them to test them, and they just kept stalling off, knowing how the situation was. I wouldn't get anything done about it. I won't give their name, but I sure have a hate for that bunch. And that's tough when you have a hate like that and have to try to forgive them at the same time. But this is, I just want to tell the story of my life, bits and pieces at a time. And I promise the music is going to get better. I'll do a little guitar playing. I was able to do a little flat picking better than my 3-finger picking, which I was always known for, the 3-finger guitar picking. But I've had the opportunity to play with some mighty famous folks. I'll tell those stories later. And some really interesting stories. The week that Leonard Skinner spent the week with my brother and I, they stayed at his house. Interesting story to tell you about Gary Rossington. We pulled a joke on him that we laugh about now, and I don't guess anybody ever told him what we did to him. Well, this is old and crackadated, and if it can, it will. Most likely it will. If it can, yes. Say bye-bye, Socks.